Okay, so this is the slightly more complex version of the statement of profit and loss, which we're going to consolidate with a parent and subsidiary. Parent owns 75% of the sub, and down here we have the NCI, the non-controlling interest, owns the other 25% of the subsidiary. So there isn't 100% ownership like the last one, 25% by the NCI and 75% to the parent. Apart from that, it's very much the same as the previous version. We just add across to the very end, and then we take out the NCI's ownership of the subsidiary's profit. So let's see how that all looks. This is very simple. This is exactly what we did before. We take the parent and sub for the revenue. We add together the cost of sales for the parent and subsidiary. Gives us exactly the same. One minus the other gives the operating profit. The dividend from the subsidiary, well, we ignore that completely, and we're going to deal with that later, similar to what we did before. The profit after tax then is just still 22,000 because there's nothing to take off there. We add together, as before, the income tax expenses. 5,000 plus 1,200 gives us 6,200, which gives us exactly the same before, 15,800. The dividend again is just money going out of the group. We're consolidating these two companies as if they were one, so we're only going to look at money leaving the group. So we just add in dividend here for the parent only, so that's 1,000. Okay, so now we've got a figure here. If we just added these together, this, less the dividend, 14,800, that's exactly where we were last time. Now, of course, we're not quite finished because the non-controlling interest owns 25% of this profit after tax, 25% of the subsidiary. So we're going to have to deduct that amount from the group profits. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce it by 25% of this amount, 5,800. So we'll just add that in here. We'll take the profit of the subsidiary, multiply it by 0.25, which is 25%, which gives us 14,500 going to the NCI. And we need to remove that amount from the retained earnings for the group, and that drops it down by that amount. 13,350 is the total. So we just need to keep track here. Just highlight these. All we've done exactly the same before, simply added across, added across, added across. Let's just put those in so that we're clear what we're doing. Parent plus sub. Parent plus sub. We've ignored dividends from the subsidiary. This is parent plus sub. This is parent only, money going out of the group. And here, the NCI amount is the NCI percentage, which is 25%, multiplied by the profit after tax of the subsidiary only. That's the NCI's share of the subsidiary's profit. That goes there, and we take that and the dividend away from the profit after tax figure to get 13,350. Here's the calculation for that. I'll leave it up there. 1 minus the two lower figures gives a total of 13,350.